All right, y'all. So it's looking like more PPP loan scammers headed to prison. People thought they could really get away with scheming the government. They out their mind. Now they about to do some time. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe. And ring the post notification bell as well. All right, this gonna be a good one. Y'all sit back, relax. Let's hear about these crazy people that thought they could get away with this.
Fuck you, bitch. Unemployment took my fucking federal, bitch. Unemployment took my fucking federal!
Oh, sis federal taxes was intercepted due to fraudulent unemployment claims that she took. So she better be lucky they took that $9,000 and not taking her butt to jail. But let's get back into the tea.
So y'all know the year during COVID that everybody was getting PUA and unemployment. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Well, guess what? Motherfuckers are paying them back. They took my federal!
They told y'all they was going to come back and get that unemployment money, that PPP money. Y'all thought it was a game because they didn't get y'all the first year, but they said they were coming back to get that money. But let's get back into Sis T on her money and how much they took and how they got that money back from her.
All my shit. I have nothing. My new balance is $0. Unemployment took my motherfucking flatter.
So long story short, Sis was able to get her state refund, which usually comes first, but the federal refund was intercepted for the unemployment benefits. And I think it was intercepted on the federal side due to that extra unemployment that the feds were giving you through your state. I forgot how much it was, but now her money gone.
Federal? Do you know how much money I was expecting? I might as well tell you guys now. You know how much money I was expecting? I was $100 shy of $9,000. So bringing back $9,000 in federal.
Oh, Sis was getting that unemployment money for the IRS to intercept almost $9,000 from your federal return. Yes, sis, don't even worry about it. Just let them have that money because you was collecting, doing unemployment and COVID. So just let it be. Just call a spade a spade. Y'all even. They got their money. You had the money when you needed it during COVID. Just let the IRS have that tax return. But I know you. But if you anything like me, I know you done spent that tax return about 5, 6, 7 times while you was checking where's my refund and your transcripts for an update on when the money was going to be released. But it happens to the best of us, sis. I've been intercepted before.
Okay, you guys, so I'm over here stressed out because you remember when the PP loan was here? I did the PP loan and I just got a freaking, oh my God, I just got a letter in the mail that said I'm subpoenaed to court for this. And if charged, I'm facing 10 years in federal prison. 10 years in federal. Hold on.
I heard people getting hemmed up on them PPP loans. You knew that was coming. What I don't get is how certain people, black people, are complaining saying that those loans was put out there so that they can trap black people. Why would you take the loan if you know you didn't have a business? It was for people with businesses affected by COVID. You starting an LLC so that you can collect a couple $1,000s to go buy shoes and chains and start a record label, that's not the same. I mean, you had to have seen it. The Lenox Mall in Atlanta was packed. They was damn near out of stock. And then that's something that now you know that a lot of that Louis Vuitton and all that stuff, all these people were buying with their PPP loans is made in China. And now they're about to go to jail for it. Look here, this is that victimhood again. Don't apply for loans that you're not eligible for. Therefore, you won't commit fraud and go to jail for it. Does that make sense?
Yo, you know, I've been hearing a lot about the PPP scammers. They getting taken down, taken to court, all of that. Yo, it was so easy, so fast, so loose. I ain't do it, but it was so easy, so fast, so loose that I kind of have a theory, right? Imagine it was just like, because they had to have known some people was going to take advantage of it. Without any type of real looking into it, they were sending people all that money. Yeah, they already knew what it was. I feel like it was an experiment to see what people would actually spend the money on. And people didn't spend the money to better their lives. They spent their money on things, mansions and cars and watches. Like, are you serious? Like, they just want to see, yo, how bad would you crash out? And now you're going to jail. Dumb.
Yeah, people thought that was free money. Oh, everybody doing it. I'm not going to get caught. If everybody doing it, that means you don't need to be doing it. I ain't gonna lie. People really set themselves up. They thought they could scheme the government. You filled out the application with your name on it and your bank details. Like, come on now, how dumb can you be? I'm not gonna lie, I give Americans too much credit. And I'm saying Americans because, man, look at all these people that did it. It's so many people that did it. Oh, everybody else was doing it. Too many followers. So some people like, oh, I should have did it because the people never got caught. They got like 10 years. The statute of limitation is 10 years. They extended it. So they got time. They got time to get everybody. They want people to think they're not coming. And that's when they're going to get them. They getting the people that got the millions first. Then they're going to come after the people that got the hundreds of thousands. Then they're going to come after the people that got 20,000, 10,000. You know how it go. As soon as you spent that money on something outside of payroll, you're done. You cooked yourself. The raid van coming to a city near you. You about to get the house raided. They about to lock you up.
Story time about how I went to prison for getting a goddamn PPP loan. Okay, so I'm just going to start from the beginning when I got indicted. It was March 15th, 2023. Me and my husband had just left from going out to eat because my son recently had like a kidney surgery or whatever, and we had been in the house. We've kind of been stressing and whatever. We sitting in the car chilling, and a car pull up, and my husband like, who the fuck this is pulling up in my yard? I'm like, I don't know. Shit, you know how they be tripping. You know, them young niggas be paranoid. I look at my husband, he look at me. Shit just started getting weird. Okay, then after that, they come to my door and they give me a piece of paper. They say, oh, you just got a PPP loan. You're just gonna have to pay it back. I opened up the goddamn envelope and it say, Samarian Kingston versus the United States of America. I could have lost my motherfucking mind. Mind you, I have a real business. I'm a hairstylist, so all I do is go to work and go to fuck home. So I'm like, what the fuck? That was literally like the worst day of my fucking life because I was so scared and I didn't know what to do. And then me, like, I always try to do the right thing and, like, you know, not get into any trouble, and I got in fucking trouble. And every fucking body did it, so I'm like, why the fuck I'm getting in trouble? You know, like, that shit had really pissed me off. So I ended up going to court and finding out that it's a whole fucking conspiracy case with 23 other people that I don't even fuck with. I was scared as fucking court, didn't know what the fuck was going to happen, but I ended up getting a little bun, so I was able to go home.
This is how the government is catching people that file falsely and fraudulently PPP loan applications. Now, they're using a combination of data analysis, audits, and tips from whistleblowers to catch people who file falsely, and also using agencies like the Small Business Administration, the Department of Justice, and also the IRS to track suspicious activity like inflated payroll figures, fake businesses documentation, and also other things that's kind of like a misrepresentation in the business. They're also cross-checking the PPP applications with tax records, business licenses, and other public data to spot inconsistencies as well. Now, in some cases, some people are being charged and prosecuted that only helped people file fraudulent PPP loans. So tell me what you all think. These PPP loans were filed in 2020, 2021, around the COVID pandemic time. It is now 2025. Do you all feel like that people should still be prosecuted for fraudulently submitting PPP loan applications and receiving those funds fraudulently?
People are now going to jail for taking out PPP loans back in 2020 when they really didn't need to. Now, the woman that I showed you there has gotten the biggest sentencing that any of us have seen. She is going to prison for 9.5 years. She is currently counting down on her TikTok her next 30 days here before she goes and surrenders and gives herself up to police. This woman here was making a video telling people that you did not have to take out the PPP loan. Everybody was doing it back in 2020, and now they're finally starting to go to jail. And we don't know exactly how long this guy is going away for, but he said, I might be going away for a while. That PPP loan came back to bite me. And as people in his comment section pointed out, you thought you were committing fraud, was doing something right. I got 40K in PPP loans and 100% went to pay my employees, and I got a forgiveness letter with no issues. My PPP loan was great. I followed the guidelines, used it correctly, helped my business, all was forgiven. And as you see these articles right here, when you look up PPP loan, the last one, the fourth one right there, back in October, but in the past 11 hours, 3 different people have been charged with crimes regarding their PPP loan. So if you know anyone that got a PPP loan in 2020, check on them.
For lack of knowledge, my people are destroyed. Instead of getting the PPP, y'all already know what I'm going to say. Y'all could have juiced y'all credit profile up and got legitimate loans. You could have got lines of credit. You could have got credit cards. You could have got business funding. And if you didn't pay that back, it was just going to go to collections, get charged off. Your credit score would go down the drain. It would tank. You would mess your credit up. But at least you wouldn't be going to jail. And you could repair credit, but you can't repair that criminal record. It's going to always say fraud on there. It's going to have an F on your report card. One for felon, the other one for fraud. You're going to have 2 Fs. Man, oh man.
My coworker got fired for getting the PPP loan. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I saw a girl's video saying that she just had her case with the feds regarding getting the PPP loan, like lying on the application, and she got sentenced to 9.5 years. 9.5 years. And I saw other people in the comments saying that they're going through their case. I saw somebody else say that they got sentenced for wire fraud. And these people are not playing. They are not playing. And banks are assisting. They are assisting in the process. As somebody who works in banking, who's worked in multiple different banks, the banks help the IRS. But let me tell y'all what happened with my coworker. So this is my coworker that turned into a friend. So I had already left the company by the time that she got fired. But ultimately what happened was, this is 2022. The list came out of everybody who had got the PPP loan. She obviously was on that list. And she ended up in HR. Clearly the bank was looking at the list. Not my current job, y'all. Again, this is a company that I left. So don't call them people again, please. But she ended up in a meeting with HR. They asked her, like, oh, you were on this list, you have a business. And basically, there was a date that your business had to be established to qualify for the PPP loan. And a lot of people created LLCs after that date. And that's how they know if your application was fraudulent. And so they told her, like, I don't think that you qualified for this PPP loan based on when you established your business or whatever. But she didn't admit to anything. And her business was selling handmade jewelry, right? So the reason why they were able to fire her is because if you've ever worked for a bank, a financial institution, a brokerage, you have to disclose all outside business activities. It's regulatory. You have to sign off that you will disclose anything, any second job, any second source of income. If you're a part of the board of directors for any type of company, nonprofit, sometimes even volunteer work, you have to disclose it so that the bank can make sure it's not a conflict of interest. So basically they fired her because they said that her not disclosing that she had a business was violating company policy, because she should have told them. And I'm sure y'all are going to say, well, she should have told them that, she stopped the business when she started working. I guess whenever she established it, she had already started working there. So like the days just didn't line up. But yeah, they fired her and said that it was because she didn't disclose that she had a business. But if she had disclosed that she had a business, it wouldn't have been a conflict of interest for her to sell handmade jewelry. They fired her because
I was talking to my friend earlier, and we was just talking about, like, I cannot go to jail. Like, that, I don't be out here doing stuff that would put me in predicaments to go to jail. But, things just happen, unfortunately. But I personally cannot go to jail. I would not survive. I recently started following this girl that was giving a story time on how she's getting ready to go to federal prison due to, like, PPP fraud, SBA fraud, or whatever. And they gave her, like, 10 years. And I feel like it's a bit excessive. But then at the same time, I guess, the severity of the case, I guess, is what determines how much time you can get. And I feel so bad because she has very small children. And she's kind of like, what am I supposed to be doing with all of this time? Like, I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. But the whole part about it is like, she was doing those SBA things, like kind of helping other people with their application, and then it all like eventually falls back on her. And that's why I'm like, I can't be going to jail for other people. I can't do it. The minute I go in there, I'm gonna sing like a bird. When I tell you the trumpet gonna be sounding, because I'm gonna be singing so loud, like it's gonna be ridiculous. You might call me whatever you want. I ain't loyal, this, that, and the other. Baby, I'm finna put the double L in tail. I'm telling on everybody. They ain't even gotta ask me. I'm just gonna be in that bitch just starting to sing. You hear me? I cannot go to jail. I can't go to jail. I can't sit in jail. Like, I just cannot do it. Like, they wouldn't, all they gotta do is ask me my name. And I'm in there telling on bitches that's dead. Hell, I'm in there telling on people that's already in prison for shit they done did. Like, I'm telling on it. I would be in that bitch probably telling on my damn mammy just to get up out of it. I can't do it. Like, I can't be right. Don't be around me committing no crimes. Don't call yourself riding with me to commit no crimes, this, that, and the other, because I am telling. If you want to stop being my friend right now because you say, oh, You ain't loyal, you a snitch. I'm putting the itch and snitch. That's just what it's gonna be. I would not. Do you see me? I won't survive. I would not survive. It would be just too much for me. Like, my heart goes out to that young lady, but baby, I can't do it.
I'm a nurse practitioner and I was just released from federal prison. A mistake was made on the application. I didn't read, I just signed it. And as a result, I lost it all. It cost me everything.
So this is Melissa Watson, and she spent a year and a day in the federal penitentiary for taking the government's money and getting a fraudulent provider relief loan during COVID. So this will happen in Melissa Watson's case. Since she was taking too long to give us the story time, she basically spent 12 months and 1 day in federal prison due to fraudulent use of provider relief funds. So what this is basically PPP funds for people that had like provider care units or some type of hospital, something that was helping the people hospital related. So she received $789,000 that was supposed to be for her, healthcare facility to keep it operating during the time, help her get supplies and things. But instead, per the affidavit, sis was out here spending the money on luxury cars, on trips, on a timeshare, on a trailer, on real estate, all of this, but not on her patient care facility that she had. As a result, she had to spend a year and 1 day in jail. She's out now on 3-year probation and has to pay back over $1 million for fraudulent use of the government funds. They're coming to get y'all for this PPP money. Y'all think it's a game? One thing the government can do is come and get their money now. They may think that they didn't forget about you, but they could come get their money and take your ass to jail.
That little money wasn't worth a lifetime of failure, missed opportunities, can't get a job, struggle. You're really going to struggle the rest of your life. You're going to have to continue to be doing fraud and continue being a felon forever now. Because what you going to do? I mean, some jobs hire felons, but it's like you played yourself out of opportunities. You played yourself in general. You got to go sit down and do time now. That's a different world. Now you got to be in there fighting, get you a shank. You might have to stab somebody up. Now you might get life. Like, it's not worth it. Then if and when you do get out, you still got to pay restitution. You got to pay the money back. So you wasted your time. You wasted your time. You end up doing time. What was the point?
Arrest warrants are dropping. Arrests are being made right now as we speak. Do you know who's going down? The first person is Love and Hip Hop star, was sentenced to over 17 years in federal prison for misusing PPP loan money. They used it on child support allegedly and luxury items. The next person to go down is an Olympic skater. For $10 million, he screwed the government for $10 million. You know what he used the money for? To finance a film with our tax money. Lisa Bloom, allegedly a prominent attorney in Los Angeles, a woman who represented all the accusers for that Harvey Weinstein weirdo. They had to pay a fine of $274,000. These cases underscore that PPP funds, that free money wasn't so free. Did you lie on your application? Are you on the list? The list is right down here. I'm going to send you to ProPublica PPP tracker. Check to see if your name's on the list. You're going to be surprised of all the companies. Put your old business in there. Put your neighbor in there. You're going to see all the people that got free money.
Oh, yeah, I did this a couple years ago. I was typing everybody in. Let me see if what's his name did it. Let me see if what's her name did it. Let me see if my auntie did it. And then I was saying I was typing everybody in. And I found some people. Y'all going down, man. Y'all better enjoy y'all time with y'all family because it's coming. It's coming for you. And I feel bad for the older people. Y'all gonna be in there old. Man, it's not worth it. I'm telling you.
The amount of people getting locked up for the PPP loan scams is crazy. There was a girl that got like 9 years over like 100-something thousand in PPP loan scams. There are a lot of businesses, a lot of people with LLCs that fraudulently obtained a lot of those funds and they're not in jail and they've gotten a lot of those things forgiven. If y'all remember when the government was pumping money into the economy back in like 2020 and 2021, the resale market for stuff was going insane. Like sneakers were crazy, watches were absolutely insane. There's this
I don't know what side of TikTok y'all are on, but I'm on the side where they're talking about federal sentencing for fraud due to the PPP loans during the pandemic, grants, all type of business loans. And this young lady's story, she was doing this countdown, like, 30 days, sharing her story, how she ended up in the situation. She ended up getting sentenced to 9.5 years, so almost 10 years. They do it by months, so it's like 120 months is what she got. 114, I think. And I am just on this lady's page watching her story, talking about her really preparing her life to spend almost 10 years behind bars. And she has very, very young children. Like her youngest child is like 8 months old. And of course, there's a lot of mixed reactions to this. And she has other kids older, but the youngest was 8 months. But as someone whose parents have been locked up for an extended amount of time, there is a toll that is going to take on your kids. Not just you being in the system and away from your children. It's also the children not having their parent and having to trust other people to raise your children. It's just not a good place that you want to be in. And yeah, I'm just hopeful that when she gets out, her kids are going to be able to understand and possibly forgive her, because there's a lot that you miss during those moments. And it's so hard as the child to understand why the parent did what they did. She's taking accountability, so it's not like I can rag on her too much. Like, she understood, but I don't know if people don't understand, like, these type of fraud crimes when it comes to money, the government, taxes, these people are not playing. They will come after you. Like, you get away with it for however long, then they're going to be calling. She's explained that, she met this other girl, and the girl basically sold her out, ratted her out. Like, that's just what it is. Everybody's going to save their own ass when it comes to federal time. So it's a very sad situation, but she was talking about she helped over 700 people. I'm like, oh, baby, they had to bring you in. There's no way you are facilitating and helping 700 people get public loans and just think like, all right, whatever. I don't think she thought it was going to be like 10 years, but they just don't give a fuck. And you helped that many people get money, some legit, some not. Like, she's gonna have to sit down and do that time. But I just can't imagine like packing up my life to do time. There was another girl she did end up doing 3 months, but they sentenced her to 24 months. But like, I think I would just break down.
It's just sad, though, what people do for money, man. And then a lot of people, they had other people file them for them, so they had to split the money with them. So they only got 50% of it. Now, the person that did it for you, they walking away free. They didn't put it in their name. You put it in your name. They're good. Like I said, you should have just did a normal loan with no consequences, no jail time. And that's the thing, too. The people that did these loans don't have nothing to show for it right now. You did the ball temporarily to go on a trip to Miami, to buy designer bags that we've now found out. That's a scheme within itself, man. They all come from China. Listen, family, let me know what y'all think about this one. The PPP list is out. The feds are coming. Some of y'all are fearing for y'all life right now. I'm already knowing. And hopefully nobody that's watching this. But a lot of people are in fear. They waiting for them to come because they know they coming. You might as well go to your favorite restaurants while you can, because you're about to be making the cook up for the next 10 summers. You're about to be eating commissary. If you got money for that. You probably ain't even put no money to the side for your commissary. You about to be eating that nice 0-star dining. Visit your friends and family, because a lot of people about to sit down for 10 years. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. Let me know what y'all think about this one, family. People going to prison. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Peace into my Hebrew family. Shalom. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.